Hey all, my name is Kurt and I'm here with Trenton. Welcome to SLB Basement Bourbon Bar. And today, Trenton, I was a bit curious on whiskey sipping type glasses. It was just, it was working my mind the other night.
Why?
Because I started, we primarily down here at the bar, even doing shows or even testing some things when you and I get together, we primarily use the Glencairn glasses.
Right. I don't think we've ever used any of these other ones.
No, I have the Norlan glass a little bit. These were a gift to me, and so they're very beautiful. They're very nice. But I saw these on Amazon, and I couldn't help myself. I had to get them. These are like competition glasses.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, they're like whiskey competition type glasses, and also I believe they use this type of a glass for Japanese whiskey in Japan.
Interesting.
But it's definitely on the box stated. I ordered them from Amazon. They're like $25 because I was just curious. You know how my mind works. I'm just a little bit off that way. But I ordered them, and I thought, why don't we make a show out of this?
That's a good idea.
So all we're going to do today, I have just for you, because
I suggested this bottle.
I like you.
Oh, that's nice.
And so, just for you, everything. We have this Sagamore Sherry Rye that's poured in all of the glasses here.
What a better way to taste different glasses than to go with one of the best ryes that I've ever tasted.
I know one of your favorites. So.
He suggested Scotch, and I had to put the kibosh on that.
I said, boy, the nose is just so great with Scotch, and he just.
You can smell Scotch out of a Tupperware bowl, and it would still smell the same.
A red Solo cup.
Yeah, they would eat through the Solo cup. What do you mean?
Negative. We'll get off that subject. So I just want to be a little carefree today and just take our time and see if we can truly see if there's any differences.
I'm down with that.
In the enjoyment of sipping some good whiskey.
Well, which one are you starting us with?
Well, I guess let's start with the OG, our norm. Our norm, the good old Glencairn glass. I mean, this is something that we're used to. I mean, for the nosing, we all know the vapors and everything funnels up through the lower bulb of the glass and the narrow part of the top.
I wonder if we could put some smoke in this just to see if it actually gets expelled in a specific pattern for each one. That would have been too late for that now.
Yeah,
but
that's all right. I mean, this is what we do all the time. It's great.
Do I get to try this?
Perfect. Yeah, are you kidding me? This is really nice.
Tastes like it does when I normally drink it out of a Glencairn.
It's beautiful though.
That
is good.
These, depending on, I think Glencairn, the company that's in Scotland, I think they're in Scotland or somewhere overseas, have a patent on this specific design. I could be wrong, but I've seen these run anywhere from $6 a glass to $25 a glass, depending on if they're engraved, depending on who's selling them, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So I don't know the pricing of any of these other ones, but I do know these. We have these on our website, and they're $19.
The next one I had to look up because, as I told you, they were a gift a couple years ago. But right now on Amazon, they're $50 for a set of 2.
Well, didn't somebody shatter 1 or 2 of these?
Yeah, that would be your nephew and my grandson Brixton. Yeah,
that's painful. These are so thin. And they're really nice. What if I just dropped it right on here? That would have been good.
No, probably not. Probably
cool glass.
No, it's beautiful. It is beautiful.
I don't know if you could see that, but it's probably blurry. But
I've had some sips out of here, so I'm going to wait until you talk about it as far as the sips. But let's check the nose first.
I'm not joking.
Mm-hmm.
It almost seems a little bit more bold in this one, or at least the sherry does.
I personally can tell. Without even comparing like you, but I will. But I can tell right off the bat.
Some of us need a little extra push. We're not all glass experts, all right? Okay.
We're not. This is just something this is gonna be something that solves my curiosity.
Much more muted, I feel like.
It's a little bit more muted.
The smell, at least.
Definitely.
I'm sure the palate is
a little bit more muted. Let's take a sip, and I'm gonna wait for your comment.
To me, it tastes the same. The nose is heck of a lot different.
Yeah.
I will say I'm not a fan of the rim of this glass. It's a little thick.
Exactly my thought.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because it was a gift, and they're beautiful.
They are.
Now, when we taste each one of these, the taste isn't going to be any different, but it's going to be the sipping experience.
Yeah.
And you hit it right on the head. The rim of this Norlan glass is pretty thick.
It's like probably that thick compared to the thinness of this one.
It bothers me a bit.
It doesn't ruin the experience. To me, it almost seems like I might spill some. Mm-hmm. Like it might slip out the bottom of my lip and just coat my shirt.
I'm with you 100%. Now,
statement piece for sure.
Exactly. And if I went to somebody's house, somebody was nice enough to pour me a nice whiskey with this particular glass, I'm definitely not going to say, oh, no, I don't want that one. I'm not never do that. But the rim of that does bother me as well. Yeah. That's why I wanted to wait for you to see what you said about it, because when that very first sip I had was kind of strange.
Yeah.
All right. This to me seems like it'll be very strange.
To me, I don't know if I've ever seen this, but it looks like a coffee pour over thing. I'm not really big into coffee or anything, but if you make a pour over, it almost looks like something that you would dump the coffee out of into your mug.
And when I saw it was used for competitions, whiskey competitions, I'm looking at that online and I look at it. This is the first pour either one of these have seen. And I see it on the bar top. I have no idea how this is going to go or how it would work.
I have an inkling of an idea of how it might go, but I'm not gonna. I'll try it before I say anything.
Let's get in it.
I'll say it's nice that you can grip it here without having to, like, you're not warming the liquid inside with the palm of your hand like this.
Okay, that's a good point.
So I could be holding this totally incorrectly. I don't know.
Please let us know.
But I do like that. So what are these? It's called a neat.
Yeah.
It's printed backwards. That's kind of cool. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Trent's sniffer's better than mine, so I'll let him make the decision on the nose.
I don't know if you're supposed to, like, put your whole honker in the glass, or.
I really don't find this to be too bad on the nose. I mean, honestly, I had the nasal surgery and all that stuff, so yours is definitely a little better than mine.
Yeah.
What's your impression when you measure them up?
I don't know if it's because the diameter of the innards here is bigger, but I don't get as much aroma as I do on the Glencairn. I'll say it's more than this one.
I was just going to say that. For me, I really can't tell much of a difference, but again, I'm a little handicapped in that area. But I can definitely tell it's a little bit more than the Norlan glass. It just
plumes out on this one. Maybe not as much this one, but it's not bad. The drinking experience is most.
Don't laugh if I dribble down my shirt.
Okay. I kind of see what they're going for here, I think.
Okay. Because I know
it doesn't drink as quick since it has to pour over this edge.
That's true.
So for the folks that are using this in a competition and they're like, obviously you don't want to get loaded, to maybe restrict the flow of the whiskey or whatever you're drinking coming out of it, I could see why that might be. I almost overcorrected though, because like I'm like,
you can get a dunk.
I'm like all the way here and nothing's coming out yet. So my instinct is to want to like toss it back a little bit more, but I don't know. It's all right.
That's why I like Trent. I like Trent to respond to these because he's very analytical in his brain. I'm not. I'm a simpleton. To me, this makes no sense whatsoever. To me, the nose was fine. I have no problems with that. But in the sipping experience, I don't see it. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I have a couple of thoughts. I'll save it at the end.
Okay. All right. Last but not least, Trenton, double rocks glass.
Can't go wrong with
millions
double rocks
and millions of people sipping a whiskey out of a double rocks glass. Done it many times myself.
Oh, me too.
So let's give it a roll. You are handicapped on the nose for sure.
Me?
No, me. I'm talking about with the double rocks glass.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm speaking of. It's definitely
to me, it's the most muted nose of all three glasses.
So there's just so much surface
space.
Area up top for it to come out at. It's not concentrated.
I mean, don't worry, it works.
Oh yeah,
it works. But the nose is definitely muted the most in the double rocks glass.
And too, I feel like, well, it's not that much actually. Depending on how much you pour, the distance between the top of the glass and where your pour actually sits could affect that too. Like this is pretty much neck and neck, but you know, yeah. I don't know if I overdid it there, but I got a lot more than I was expecting to. I don't know if it's because we're coming from something that kind of potentially restricts or not, but
yeah, I mean, I could do that all day long. It's fine.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't have no issue with that whatsoever. I've sipped many a whiskey out of a double rocks glass, so
I'm sure you have.
But analytically speaking, you know, Trenton is right. It will rush to your mouth when you tip the glass. Definitely the worst as far as the nose is concerned.
Yeah.
Out of all three, you know, it'll do in a pinch, but you know, to really savor the experience.
I feel like we're kind of on the same page with all of them, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
For me, great presentation. The execution just with the ledge or the lip of the glass is a little bit too thick for me. Really nice, sort of a statement piece, if I had to say.
It is beautiful. They're beautiful.
I'd have to spend more time with this. I don't hate it. I think just getting used to the overall shape and how it actually dispenses the liquid sounds weird. But it almost seems like I'm not getting as much as I thought I would, which in a competition landscape, I suppose would kind of be nice.
Maybe.
But
hey, and those that are out there that have more knowledge than we do and have reasons why they use this in competition, let us know.
Fred, if you're watching, let us know, buddy. I'm curious.
Well, for me, Trent, I'm going to stick with the tried and true. The Glencairn works best for me, you know, all the time. After that, I would have to say the Norlan glasses, even though it has a wider lip to it. I feel it sips nicely. You know, this is 3 for me, and that's 4. That's how I would go.
This is your second?
Yeah.
Really?
I just don't understand this.
The second sip, I kind of enjoyed it. I'll probably take one of these home and do a little bit more experimenting. Maybe I'll do like a side by side and just compare pours and stuff.
Yeah, sure. Once again, this is the very first time Trent and I even looked at these glasses on the bar top, let alone sipped from them. So I'm open for conversations.
And I'm sure you were going to go here. Whether you drink this out of a Glencairn or a double rocks glass, a solo cup, a plastic cup, whatever you choose is fine.
Yep.
You know, you drink it the way you like it, and that's fantastic. We just thought this would be I guess you thought it would be a kind of a fun experiment.
I'll have to tell you this little story before we close.
Oh, no.
You know, I like to go to Arizona every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite places, and we usually go once or twice a year. Every once in a while, I will buy a bottle for the condo that we rent. I know that's shocking too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But when I do, I always have an evening sip in a red Solo cup.
That seems about right.
That's what it. I don't.
Does it ever eat through the Solo cup?
Oh no, not at all. You know, I don't go out and buy a Glencairn just because I'm on the road and I'm on vacation or something.
Maybe I need to come up with a travel kit or something to put a Glen in for your suitcase.
I enjoy it out of that red Solo cup, buddy.
I'm sure you do.
You better know I do. So Trenton is 100% right. The way you enjoy it the best is what you should stick with. I was just curious about this, and I thought it'd be a fun show to have. But that's all we got for you today. Hope you had a good time. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. And we'll see you next time right down here with Trent and I in a good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.
Nice call. The furnace just started.
It did.
You hear it? Flame just kicked on.
I do, but I didn't